So now what I do is I manage all of our retail events. So Loblaw and Walmart are some of our clients, as well as Unilever and Procter & Gamble. So I'm the middleman between the company, our client, so Unilever and P&G, and then the retailer, Loblaw or Walmart, where the products are sold. So what I do is I meet with the client, I find out what their goals are, and then I go to the retailer, we set up the events, and we do in-store events. On any given weekend, I can be managing anywhere from 50 events to 750 events happening in 100 to 300 stores across Canada. And I have a large team that I manage underneath that. But how I got there was through hard work. So I worked for 4 different event marketing companies while at Humber. That's why I asked how many of you are working part-time, because it's never too early to start. Even if it's just as a brand ambassador, getting any type of experience that you can spin into how that relates to marketing and sales. I think the main thing that I really learned at Humber was how to work in a team. Yes, I manage people and I work independently on some things, but the main thing is that I work with people. We're a people company. So doing group projects, case studies, really learning how to work as a team. I was always that person to take charge and be the leader. And what I learned is that then when you get into an entry-level position, you can't just take the reins and be the leader because you don't know what you're doing all the time. So if you are that type of person that just likes to take charge and do everything, I'd challenge you over the next, couple months that you have left to take a step back and try to just be the person that gets delegated to and try to take a different role so that you can open up your mind to new experiences. So I think my main message to you guys would be that education's great. You definitely need it, but you also need the experience. And not everybody's going to go on to university. Some of you will, which is great, but definitely build your experience. Someone asked a question about what's it like being a manager versus an employee. So I've done both. So I went from being a brand ambassador to a coordinator. Now I manage 15 coordinators and 3 field managers across the country. I think when you're an employee or when you're just starting out, the main thing is that you need to, you need to have initiative. And you need to be proactive. So that's the main thing, is that you're constantly, you're climbing that ladder, you're working your way up. And then when you're a manager, I think the most rewarding thing for me is being a manager is the fact that I get to pass on what I've learned onto people that are still growing as well too. The other important thing that you have to keep in mind is what is the objective at the end of the day. So with these big fun events, sometimes the objective is for everyone to have a good time. But the bigger objective is for everyone to then go and buy the product. So if you're going to go to bud camp, we want you to be buying bud. So we call those key performance indicators, KPIs. It's a term you might hear a lot. So it's important when you go for interviews to ask, what are the objectives of the programs that you do? Or what are the objectives of this role? What are the key performance indicators? Compensation, so I talked a little bit about that. I definitely say keep an open mind, and maybe it won't be something that you're looking for. Maybe it'll be a lower pay rate than you're hoping for, but experience will help you build that. And like Mark was talking about too, jumping to other companies, you'll get that money in the end. In my role, I'm not expected to go out and find my own clients. I know that's been a question. That's because I mainly focus on the execution, and then I report back to the clients what the results were. We have another team we call them sellers, that go out and get the business, sell it, and then basically pass it on to me so that I can run the programs. But typically in an account manager position, you would be going out and finding your own clients. And then someone asked about if you're expected to hit the ground running with internet marketing. I'd say the same thing with event marketing. You are expected to hit the ground running in terms of knowing what you're doing, but the main thing is being willing to learn more. So being proactive, reading a lot. Set up your Google alerts to get articles about everything, use Twitter, and then taking initiative. So, if someone's giving you a job to do, think about what can I do outside of this that's going to make this that much better.